Like many other members, I value professional development, networking, keeping current on the PR industry, and learning new things that challenge me to think outside of my day-to-day work. At the conferences, I've popped into different sessions that are talking about something that I wouldn't typically work in that sector. And I've learned some fascinating information from those. So it's really quite interesting. I'm lucky enough to belong to a strong local activist society here in Toronto that has allowed me to attend many in-person professional development and social events, as well as give back with volunteer opportunities. I started volunteering as a judge for the ACE Awards in Toronto about 7 or 8 years ago, and I got so much out of it. You get to read through the best-in-class campaigns and see the trends changing from year to year. The top campaigns come in and present their work at a best-in-show night, which gives you the added opportunity to see the presentation skills of those accomplished practitioners. I've continued to be involved in ACE as a judge over the years, and now I co-chair judging. This year, I'm working on the National Awards of Excellence. So much of these learnings from the awards programs can be applied in my own work. This year as well, we're trying to keep the awards alive, both for ACE and for the Awards of Excellence, so that the best in class can be used as case studies for the colleges and universities teaching PR. Mentorship is also something I value in my CPRS membership. I've certainly had the opportunity to learn from the best of the best here in Toronto, and I've also had the opportunity to be a mentor myself. And this has allowed me to connect young people with internships or jobs through my own CPRS connections. But more than anything, I would say lifelong friendships I've made through CPRS are the most valuable thing I've taken from my membership. This summer, for example, my family and I did a trip across the West Coast. A large part of the itinerary was built by friends I've met through CPRS that I know live along that path. And I reached out to so they could tell me the places we should visit and what we should do. And I even was able to meet up with a few CPRS members along the way. So the big trend right now, which is hard to escape from, it's our daily reality, is COVID. And what does that mean for communicators? So I've heard this early on in my career, and I heard it again the other night when I was watching The Daily Show, of all things, that if you say a number with confidence, most people will believe you. And I'll add to that and say that not only will they believe you, they'll repeat it. So in my opinion, it's a bit of a dangerous time for communicators. We're hearing so many statistics all the time. We're inundated with statistics and numbers and graphs and charts. So as researchers and communicators, we have an important role, and now more than ever, ethics in PR is so important. I would recommend that, it's useful to focus on a few facts, not many facts, and use a small number of trusted sources that have up-to-date information. So the research that we're doing in my company includes emotional metrics such as fear for oneself and for one's family, behavior, perceptions of the threat of COVID-19 to the economy, personal financial situations, jobs, and day-to-day lives. We're looking at changes to these metrics from week to week, as well as comparisons to our neighbors south of us. Results are quite interesting, not surprising. Fear is increasing each week that we ask the questions across both countries. Fear is greater for one's family than oneself, which is interesting. And having said that, there's still a chunk of Canadians who believe the crisis or the pandemic is blown out of proportion. This is higher among younger Canadians and is showing in their behavior. So, it is important for communicators to look at this data and to use their tools to direct the messages to the target population that aren't following the stay-at-home and physical distancing campaigns. So keeping an eye on behaviors and these social emotional metrics week to week are really important and certainly on trend right now. So as a researcher, ethics is always at the forefront of the work we do. It's about conducting accurate research, asking the right questions, making sure those questions aren't leading in any way, and making sure respondents know what to expect from the research and how it will be used. It's important to use accurate research to make decisions, including at CPRS. Much of the work done at CPRS National and at the local societies is guided by research conducted with members. As part of the CPRS Ethics Initiative, we're conducting research about the perceptions of ethics in PR. The research is twofold. We're asking Canadians their perceptions of communicators in terms of trust and ethics compared to other professions such as journalists, influencers, advocates, and CEOs of organizations. We are also asking about the importance of trust, transparency, and ethics in PR. Lastly, we are also delving into the role of professional associations such as CPRS in guiding communicators, enforcing ethics, providing training and guidance when in an unclear ethical situation. We will also be asking the similar survey to communicators, including our CPRS members, in order to compare responses across the two groups. So stay tuned for the results of this ethics in PR research.